If you like bluegrass, this is the weekend for you. There is a huge bluegrass festival that's on the way to Ross's Landing this weekend, featuring different styles of bluegrass, and it is the Three Sisters Bluegrass Music Festival. Carla Pritchard from Chattanooga Presents is here to talk about this. Carla, before we go any further, this is something that our producer Mark printed off of your website. How young were you when this was
my goodness, I was probably in third grade.
Third grade,
maybe.
Wow. Anyway, it's good to see a picture of a young Carla. It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
The festival this year, you and I were talking before we went on the air. Got a lot of incredible acts and kind of spreading out the scope of bluegrass, so to speak.
Yeah, right. Well, you know, Fletcher Bright, who was a well-known fiddler and owner of Fletcher Bright Company, which is a company throughout the Southeast, he and his family have decided to share their love of bluegrass and hope to spread that love to the community. They decided 11 years ago to start this free festival, really as a gift to the community, to be able to bring some of the biggest names in the industry here for people to hear free of charge at Ross's Landing.
And that is going on this weekend, of course. There's some video of, I'm not sure how long ago this was, but it was the Dismembered Tennesseans on the stage. Now, they're going to be playing this year, correct?
They are always on the schedule because that is Fletcher Bright's band that he started years ago when he was a student at McCoury with some colleagues. And so they kick off the festival on Friday night at 6 o'clock. Exactly.
And tell us about some of the other artists that you have coming up this year for the Three Sisters.
Yeah, well, as you mentioned a minute ago, it really kind of spans the spectrum of traditional and not so traditional bluegrass, because if you like bluegrass, you're probably going to like a lot of different styles. Del McCoury is perhaps what you consider our headliner on Friday night.
He's a legend.
He is a legend. He's been around a while. He's got that kind of high, lonesome voice, but it is just right on pitch. I mean, it is. He's got a wonderful voice, and two of his sons are in the band. And if we don't have Del at the festival, we usually have some formation of the family with the traveling McCourys or something, because they are so wonderful. They are really kind of a mainstay of appearing at the Three Sisters Festival.
Del's been headlining bluegrass events all around the country and all around the world, for that matter, for decades. Why do you think he's got such staying power in this genre?
I don't know. There are a lot of new folks in the industry who really look to him as, you know, a mentor and someone that they can play with. So he's quite traditional himself, but he appreciates and loves the new grass, if you will, and makes a point to include other younger performers in his lineup. So we think Del is great, and preceding him is a band. Well, it's the Jeff Austin Band, and so that's not very traditional. So we try to mix it up a little bit. Jeff Austin is the voice of the Yonder Mountain String Band, if you've ever heard of them, and they were at the festival several years ago. Popular among the young crowd, for sure.
Well, you're talking about Del McCoury a moment ago. You look at and how so many of the younger generation seems to be looking up to Del. You know, Bill Monroe kind of took him under his wing decades ago, and look at what's happened. So he's kind of paying it forward. All right, and on Saturday you've got some really cool acts too, starting at noon. Yeah,
exactly. So we'd like to start the lineup with at least the 3 local bands to showcase what we have here as far as local talent, and then featuring a few of the up-and-coming bands in the business. So the Molly Tuttle Band, the Brian Sutton Band, the Berklee College of Music Fiddlers are typically part of this lineup.
The Berklee Music College?
Yes.
Wow.
Exactly. So that's really fun to have them from year to year. And then we have the Kruger Brothers coming in they're a Canadian group, actually, and Sam Bush Band.
And I was going to ask you for some tickets to give away, but the price is...
Yeah, well, it's free.
It's free.
There's no ticket required.
Yeah, that's incredibly
it's great.
cool.
No gates, nothing to keep anybody from coming. We have one big stage at the waterfront at Ross's Landing, but people can put their lawn chairs and blankets all over the green, and the lineup is continuous throughout the festival. Again, we start on Friday night at 6 o'clock, and then again at noon on Saturday and throughout the night.
All right. Sounds like a plan. And when you talk to Fletcher and the member of his family...
That's on our website.
I'm gonna rattle off 500 of these and distribute them all around Ross's Landing this weekend. Hey, Carla, thanks so much for coming down.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Have a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for this free concert. Again, the Three Sisters Bluegrass Music Festival this weekend at Ross's Landing. More information by going to the website threesistersbluegrass.com.